Hi, Hayden here, and this video is going to be part of the Creators Helping Creators series that I'm making. And in this video, I want to talk about impression click-through rate. So here's how we get here. We're in YouTube Studio, right? We're in Analytics. We're on the second tab over, Reach Viewers, and I clicked on impression click-through rate. Now, before I go into it, I just basically want to show you a quick demonstration in a more boring-looking context of just numbers of what it is I'm talking about here. But I want to make the point up front, and then we'll demonstrate it, why I'm saying that point in the background next. First things first, this number here, YouTube tells us that the normal range is between 2 and 10%. 5.9% for me on my channel is between that 2 and 10%, right? So that's normal. So as long as this is within 2 to 10% or better, right? Better is good. This number here, the number of impressions, is far more important. Because if you have like, okay, you got 30,000 impressions and a 2% click-through rate, well, let's say it's still 2%, but now you got 300,000. Then that's going to add up to more numbers for you down the road. It's just a percentage of this number, though, right? So this number here, the impression click-through rate, is a secondarily important number. And it's really not by itself important at all. I just want to make that point. By making your videos, making honest thumbnails, good titles, good videos, quality content, and doing that more and more and more, and getting your name out there, getting recognition, having people recognizing you, sharing your videos and stuff like that, that is what's going to get the impression rate up. And then this percentage being between 2 and 10% is really just going to take care of itself. So don't focus too hard on the impression click-through rate. It's nice to see a higher one, but as long as it's between 2 and 10%, you're perfectly fine. The impression number is what you want to impress to get higher, okay? So let's look at this in here. We're going to look at see more. Let's get rid of the multicolored rainbow of colors down there. And we are focused on impression click-through rate in the last 28 days, all right? Let's get rid of the chart because we don't need it at all. If we did the math on it, we would find out that in the last 28 days, I did have an impression rate of 5.9%, right? We already saw it on the other page. Let's look at this first video right here. It says 15.5% click-through rate, right? Now, that is directly related to the impressions. Of the impressions, 15.5% of the people who saw it clicked through, all right? The number of views is greater than if we did the math on these. It ends up, I already did the math, it's like 413 and change, right? So 414 because we're going to round up to get a solid number, a whole number. Okay, so from 2,668 to 15.5 ends up being 414. Where did the others come from to make the 609? Where did those additional people come from? That's what we want. We want people sharing our videos, talking about our videos, searching for our videos, and then clicking on the video from the internet or people's emails or things like that. This is social media sharing, people helping people, people sharing information with other people. And why would they be? Because I'm talking about removing vertical blinds. Instead of curtains, I'm talking about blinds, and this is how you remove your vertical blinds. I made 2 different videos on it. This one here apparently is more popular. And from this video, they can go to my other video, and that would not be an impression either. So that would be another way in which to get another view that doesn't count in this whole mathematical sequence at all, right? If people are clicking on your video from emails, they're searching Google, searching other search engines, and they're finding your video that way. Or if you're somebody who has a website like I do and you have your videos listed on your website and people are clicking on your videos from there, that's going to add to the number of views, but it's not going to have any factor in any way, shape, or form on its click-through rate, right? But let's just look at this. Like here's one with a 15.5. This is the top percentage of click-through rate, and I have 609 views. Let's just stick with views, all right? We won't even go into the other numbers. We'll go down here to a number that is lower. It's only, right, quote unquote, only 12.3%, but it has 2,430 views. Well, that's a whole lot better than 609, right? But it's a lower percentage rate. Well, it's because there's more impressions, right? It could very well be that I have really horrible impression rates and a better number of views, right? So here's one. Oh, let's see here. It's 26. So let's go down here. I want something with a lower click-through rate, but a lot more views, right? And here's one right here. So this top number right here is 2068, 15.5, and 609 views. Okay, well, here's one with less, well, it's got more impressions, but a lower click-through rate, yet it has a higher number of views, right? Not necessarily the absolute best thing in the world to look at, but you can see here that, of the impressions, there is a click-through impression rate. And that is a sub-portion of the total number of views you got. Now, this painting grout lines, this is another one of those kind of videos where somebody's going to share that through an email or something like that, and you know, things of that nature. Hey, look at this crazy guy painting his grout lines with paint, right? Because people are tired of cleaning their grout lines and stuff like that. Well, here's a way to take good care of your grout lines, seal them, it seals them, it paints them, right? And it helps you get the job done. And we love the look that it has. I mean, it really brightens up the floor and everything else. So that's the kind of video that people would do that with. So it's not going to affect these numbers pretty much at all if they're finding it from some other source. Like if you're Google painting your grout lines, looking at using paint on your grout lines, and you look at videos, may very well be, I don't know, but I haven't done it, but it may very well be that my video comes up. And if somebody clicks on it, that doesn't count in any of this, all right? So, you know, impression click-through rate is a nice number to see to be higher than lower, but as long as it's between 2 and 10%, according to YouTube, we're perfectly fine, all right? The number that you really want to have go higher is the impression, the number of impressions. It's like I said way back when, if this is 2 to 10%, I want this to be in the millions or billions, all right? And that's what we want. And some people have that, you know? So that's what we want to kind of look for down the road. So don't get hung up on impression click-through rates. Worry about making your quality thumbnails, quality titles. They relate to the video that people are going to see. And then people hang out in your video longer, right? You'll get your percentage of video viewed to be higher, get the number of views to be higher, and get your watch time to be higher as well as a total, right? And this will all help to increase the number of impressions that YouTube has, because that comes down into here. This is one of my higher numbers, 24.5%. It's usually between 18 and 22% or something like that. So this is pretty good for me on my channel. And any help that YouTube's going to give me to help me get my channel to grow, I'm greatly thankful for it, right? Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for me on this one here. Don't forget to give me that thumbs up, like this video. If you haven't already done so, make a comment below. Let me know you came by to say hi. And if you have not done so, please subscribe to the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Until I catch you in the next video, take care and be well.